All right, hey guys, how's it going? It's Friday. It is noon Mountain Time, and that means it's time for Friday. No, that means it's time for SketchUp Live on Friday
Well, it is time
at
for
noon.
Friday. You're not wrong. You're
Yeah,
not wrong.
I got
It is
another.
time for Friday.
We got another 12 hours of Friday left, so got that going for us. Hey, how's it going? My name is Aaron. I'm going to be doing some modeling with you today. With me is my good buddy Donovan.
Yeah, I'm here. Howdy, howdy.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun one. This is gonna be a good time. So last week, if you were able to join us on our live stream, we got into more of design, the process of designing, that sort of thing. We use SketchUp. If you haven't seen it, Donovan can drop a link to last week's recorded live stream. But we use SketchUp to take a space and convert it from an empty space into a retail store. We ended up making a bookstore, which is really, really cool. It was a lot of fun. It was light on the SketchUp learning. It was more about design by committee. You guys gave us ideas and we kind of went through and made it all work. It was pretty cool. It was a lot of fun. Today, we're going to go the other direction. So I posted up onto our forum. Donovan will put up a list of those as well. Or a link to our forum as well. Some CAD examples. There's so many sites. I had no idea that there were so many places you could get this. I thought a couple years ago. So wait, let me give you a quick history lesson. So back in the days of COVID, when we were all hiding in our garages and cellars and such, waiting for the world to end, we decided it would be kind of a fun thing to do to live stream more often than normal. So instead of our normal weekly stream, we were actually streaming Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And we picked a day to be like hardcore, just drawing examples in SketchUp. And we would go out and get these CAD example images, which is a 2D image of a 3D part, and you use the part to create the 3D model. And it was fun. It was good. It was a cool thing to do, especially doing live stream 3 days a week. But now it's something we do occasionally. But there's a lot of sites out there that will create these examples from a 3D model and then give you the 2D thing with the dimensions. It's a great practice for learning to read CAD. So if you're trying to learn how to read drawings, that's helpful. It's also a great way to just learn the basics of drawing shapes. So it's one thing to go in and kind of freeform and make something out of your imagination. It's another thing to take something that has a right and a wrong, correct dimensions, incorrect dimensions, and go in and model that from scratch too. So yeah, check it out. If you just go to Google and type CAD practice examples or models, you can find a bunch of them. Sorry, what's that?
So what you're saying is that there's people that take these 2D images to create 3D models, and then there's people that take those 3D models to create the 2D images.
Circle of life.
Chicken or the egg? The 2D. What came first, the 2D model or the 3D model? The world may never know.
That's right. It's impossible. Don't even try to figure it out. So we're going to hop in and we are going to model some of these models right now. All righty. Yeah, let's get.
Speaking of model modelers, we got people from all over the world, I kid you not. In our live today, we have people from Syria, from Devon, UK, from Newfoundland, from Colorado, from Wisconsin, from Virginia, from Norway, Norfolk, UK, Switzerland, Sweden, Poland. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Czech Republic. All over.
That's awesome. I love it.
Finland, Yorkshire, Vancouver.
Doesn't stop.
Nope.
That's awesome.
Windy Wales. Switzerland, UK. You have a big European following, Aaron.
Apparently. I'm big in the UK.
Minnesota, Belgium.
That's awesome. It is so cool to see you guys here. It is so much Fun to get to hear what you guys are doing, and yeah, I mean, like I said, I was kind of joking earlier about doing everything from home during the pandemic, but really one of the things we learned from that is that we're all connected, we're all somewhere, and this is the kind of stuff where we get to actually join together, and yeah, so thank you for showing up. I hope this is all going to be worth your time.
I'm sure it will be. I mean, people wouldn't come back if it wasn't, right?
Definite opportunity to let you all down right now. I could really, but let's try to not do that. All right. So again, these they're just JPEGs, are up on the website. They're not to any kind of scale, so don't stress about importing them properly. Or we're not going to. We're just going to use this image as a reference. They're literally screen captures off of Google. So this is going to be fun. All right. So here's what we got. So it looks like a phone stand. I'm assuming that's what it is. But you can see it's a pretty simple shape. It kind of curls around like this. So what I want to do is I want to start with this edge right here. So if we look at this, there's a couple things going on here. You can see that we have a dimension from the middle of the circle here to where these two lines would extend to meet up right there. So as I do this, one thing I'm going to do is go to my model info. I'm going to go to my units, and I'm going to put decimal units, and I'm going to set everything to meters. Actually, don't have to set these square and cube ones. I'm not going to pull any dimensions or measurements off of here. But yeah, I want everything to be to meters. The reason I draw in meters instead of I'm assuming millimeters, is just SketchUp is created to draw house-size objects. These are obviously much smaller than house-size objects. All of these objects we're creating will fit in the palm of your hand, and it doesn't always do an amazing job with real tight, small faces. SketchUp can actually support models with very, very, very small faces. It has a hard time drawing them, though. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw this at meter scale. And then in theory, if I wanted to like 3D print one of these parts or something like that, I could take it and scale it down and then print it out proper scale. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to draw everything here as meters. So this first dimension, 76. I'm going to start right here, draw a line this way, 76. This is going to give me an idea of how big. All right, Teddy, you're going to be gone. Okay. So move that over. And
people are commenting that you said the M word. Is that you, Aaron? Meters?
Meters? Did I say it weird?
No. It's just, I think, for the first time in a long time, we're reaching out to our non-imperial unit people.
We're doing it. We're doing it, guys. I've said this before, and I'll just share this for anybody who hasn't heard this. I think metric makes so much more sense. You take a big thing and you cut it into 10. We're at 10. So I don't know if anybody knows where 10 came from, but it came from this. We have 10 digits on our hands. That is where, when you talk about 10 base, is because we as humans look at 10 things we can count all the time. So the idea that we take a measurement, who cares how big a meter is? It doesn't really matter. But we chop that into increments of 10. And then we take that increment and we count in 10. It makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. Imperial, you take a foot and chop it into 12, and then we take those inches and we chop them into, I don't know, maybe 16ths, maybe 32nds, maybe 64ths. It depends on what you're using it for. Seems arbitrary. So I will say I do struggle with meters just because I don't have the reference. In my head, I can think about how big a foot is, how big an inch is. I even have a pretty good reference for a 16th of an inch because I've used that increment so much. I really struggle with this. I drew that line at 76 meters, knowing it's going to be good, but no real idea how big it was going to be. So anyhow, we're doing it. We're doing meters.
Yep, we're doing meters.
All right, so I'm going to take this. This next piece is 62 degrees. So I'm going to take my existing edge, and I'm just going to rotate a copy of it. 62, enter, and that's gonna get me that. It is not long enough though, it is still 75, so I'm gonna grab it and make it 105. I'm just gonna draw right over top of it and go like this. 105, boom, there we go. All right, next one rotates 45 degrees. So I'll just grab that and rotate that.
I love these conversations going on in the chat. It's so entertaining to watch. I feel sorry for you, Aaron, missing out
Oh,
on
I
all
know,
this
it's
just
hard.
gold.
This is
Gold.
this is what I give. I give, I give, and I give. I give this to
Hmm.
you.
Somebody's recommending Monday meters models. So modeling metric models on Mondays.
Man. I like that. That's nice. I'm good with that. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
All right. So if I look at this model right now, I'm gonna have to blow this up even bigger. This is gonna have to just, there we go. All right. So I got, basically I went from here down to here. I'm on the far side here. So I'm gonna draw over this 7. That 7 is gonna be at 90 degrees here. So I'm gonna hover on here. I'm gonna turn, it's gonna turn magenta, and I'm gonna say 7. That gets me to right here, which is kind of a weird spot because now I need to start thinking about material depth because that's going to affect what I'm doing here. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab these. Oh, actually, so first I'm going to grab these and weld those, put those back together. Same thing over here. I got 2 here. I'll weld those. And then can I offset if I don't have, offset that 6. All right, there we go. And then just to finish this up, I'm just gonna grab a circle from the middle, pull it up like that, and then that's that end right there, right there. So I got this. This is this edge. So I can, same thing, I can take, well, I can take this one and I can offset it. I'm actually gonna move it perpendicular to 6. There we go. So that gets us to this spot right here. So what I can do here, I'm just going to close this up so I have a closed surface there, and I'm going to draw an edge like that. You can see what I have here is 30 degrees from straight. So I can take this, grab that, rotate that 30. There we go. And then, so this is an interesting spot that I'm in right now because I actually don't have all the dimensions I need because I have the interior dimension here, I have the outside dimension here, but the points I have are here and here. Fortunately, I know that this is 6 since everything is 6. So that means what I can do is I can come up here. I'm just going to draw something like this. It doesn't matter where I put this. So I'm going to go 6. And then I'm going to come back perpendicular to this piece like that. Connect that back up. Whoops. I did something not right there. Let's try that again. So come here, perpendicular like that. And then there we go. And that gives us this corner right here. So now I can come here, come up this way 12, go to that point and go back at 90 degrees. That, and one more circle right there. All right, and now all I got to do is round off some corners. Oh no, you know what else I got to do?
What do you got to do, Aaron? There's people in the chat voting on when this was going to happen. What do you got to do, Aaron?
I'm only 15 minutes in.
Oh man.
I thought I was doing pretty good. You guys ask a lot of me. All right, so now, excuse me, I have a radius of 4, radius of 4, radius of 4, radius of 4. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here with an arc. I did my circle at 24 sides. I'm going to keep that. I'm going to do a radius here of like 8. And I'm just going to put it like this, and I'm going to put it in so it turns magenta. And I'm going to click that. Then I'm going to select it and tell it I want that to be 4. So that's one way to do that.
This is a some technicals going on. Just to let everybody that's watching this know, If you see a little mark on your screen that you think might be a smudge,
Oh,
it's not a smudge. Aaron's green screen up in the top right corner isn't our top right, which would be your top left, Aaron. Yeah, there's a black smudge that's flickering like a little bug on your screen. It's not a bug on your screen.
I apologize. I was.
Don't try to wipe it off.
That's. Look at that. Look at that. Right up there. Yeah, I was having some issues with. We were just talking about this before we started streaming. My camera. You know, sometimes hardware just tries to be so smart and so cool and so automatic that it's a little frustrating. So actually, I've had this. You guys, if you guys have been watching our videos on YouTube, I've been having just a heck of a time getting my skin to look skin colored. Either look sunburnt or jaundiced. It's been rough, and I figured out the setting earlier, and it would just, depending on where my head was, it would wash me out or like make me look like I was flushed. So yeah, I was playing with that earlier. All that to say, I think we got it figured out. And
yeah, you fixed it. The smudge is gone.
All right.
Check and rejoice. We're good.
Okay, so I made this arc by setting the properties here. That's great, but to have to do that on each one could take a minute or two. So I'm going to do this instead. Watch this one. I'm going to go from here, and I'm going to come back 4. I'm going to go right here. I'm going to come back 4. And then I'm just going to draw an arc between the 2 points that creates. That's not right at all. I lied. That is totally incorrect. All right, I'm just going to do what I did before. Go get my magenta. 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 Can I change multiples of these at the same time? Let's see what happens. Nope. Oh. All right. The seconds I got to spend. 4. 4. Really? Is that how that looks?
Hmm?
Yeah, that's how it looks. All right. Just arguing with me. 4. I'm thinking of a 90 degree. At 90 degrees, 2 is going to be the same, or 2. So this corner is 2. So if I come back this way 2, and I come back this way 2, and then draw an arc between those, I get that. And with that loaded up, I can come here and double click. Oops. And
ooh, Lars is saying, hey, this would be a good model for 3D printing. You're right. Because you can do that with SketchUp models.
Yes, you can.
Although, please add supports. This is not a model that would work without supports.
That would be rough. Well, I don't know. It depends on the angle. Because if you laid it flat like this, no, that would not work. Never mind.
Yeah,
yes.
No.
Need support. Okay, so I'm going to take that. That's one of these arms. And you see I don't actually have, so I have 45 degree, or 45 between 70 overall. So 70 minus 45 is 25. Half of 25 is 12 and a half. So if I pull this up, 12.5, I have one of those arms. I'm going to do this. I'm going to draw an edge from here up 40. Then I'm going to grab all of this, copy it up to here. And then the only part that continues is this right here, which is a section that is 10 right here. And it looks like it goes all the way to the edge. So I'm assuming that is from this edge 10 this way. So I'm going to just, there we go, just to get that reference line across there. And I can draw this across like that, and then I can pull that up like that, and then erase my redundant geometry. So triple click, soften and smooth. There we go. I'm gonna grab that. Oh, grab all of it. Nope. Try again. Triple click. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Let's look at it. I'll get it flat where it's supposed to be first. feel like it needs to face forward like that. I don't think that anybody cares, but there we go. Let's go make that a group. And let's, you know what? For fun, let's come in here. That won't work. Where's my colors? I want to sample this green. If I come in with my normal like picker, I would just be actually picking the image. It's an image right now. It's not a texture. I could explode it and pick it, but then that would actually take this plan and wrap it around my model. Instead, what I want to do is come and grab the other eyedropper tool, grab that green, and then there we go. 1 down, 5 to go.
Man, seems so easy, right?
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
All right. Save. I was being teased by Matt. No, actually, I was teasing him. I was actually no, it was just we were talking. There's no teasing. He was just talking about how
you're backpedaling
he
quite
did,
a bit.
He did a couple.
Purpose.
He did a couple live streams where he did CAD practice models, and he did 25 per session. So I jokingly said, "Well, okay, well then I'm gonna do 26 because." I guess I'm male. I don't know. I don't know why I said that. But I went and started grabbing and I'm like, I can't do 25 of these in an hour. That's insane. And then Matt pointed out that his were, there's less parts to it. So these are...
I think he set a box with a hole in it, right?
He did. That was his example of one of his, yeah. I tried to set these up so that they're a little more complex each one as we go. So we'll see how that works. I'm gonna go.
So Earl is asking about your comment about the other eyedropper tool. Do tell.
So there are. Oh man, I want to turn on ambient occlusion and have it look cool, but being as that we're modeling in meters and this is like a skyscraper tall, ambient occlusion is not going to do much for us. So never mind. I forget where it is in Windows, but when you go into the color window on Mac, it's right down here at the bottom. I think it's in the upper right or upper left corner. There's another sampling tool. It's a sampling tool where you can actually go outside of SketchUp, anywhere on your screen, and you can pick a color. I forget where it is though. I apologize. I don't use Windows enough, so a lot of times I'll say things like your modifier key because I don't remember which is Windows and which is Mac. So this eyedropper, this is where it is on Mac. On Windows, somebody who has Windows might be able to call that out. Oh, there you go. Nab brought up. How's it going? On Windows, you have to edit the material, and then on the second, there's a sampling tool. So there you go. So you have to go into edit it first. So in here, it would be like that. And it's in that window. All right, let's do this one. Again, we're gonna get a little bit more and more complex as we go. This is looks fairly simple. We have a C shape. It's almost like the Colorado flag right there. Look at that. Edge coming out here. So we got...
What do you think this thing does exactly?
Oh, this is obviously an insulation retaining clip. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's a thing. Sounded good though, right? All right.
I trust you. I mean, I would have believed you.
All right, so we have dimensions here called out for the inside as being 16. That's the dimension, or the full size across the circumference. No, not circumference. The diameter. We're inputting radius though, so it's half of 16. So I'm going to go 8, and then the overall at the bottom is 40. So I will do one right here that is 20. And there's our two primary circles. It does show that these are cut in quarters, so I'm going to go like this. I'm going to leave this piece here though, because I think I'm going to be able to use it right here also. That comes up 20. So I'm going to pull that outside up 20. That gets us to right here. Then it looks like we have like half a circle that goes up 20, and then we have 3/4 of a circle that goes up for the final 20. This thickness here, how big are we here? How big is 22? So we know that the inside of the circle is 16, the outside is 22, so the difference between 16 and 22 is 6, so half of that would be 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and...
You know, not to stir up conversation about which is better, but I do have to say that when it comes to measuring for woodworking purposes, Imperial does tend to work a lot better because half of 1/16 is 1/32, half of a half is a quarter, and it's very easy to calculate that rather than trying to half 79 millimeters. That I think is one use case where
let's hear it. Tear them apart, folks.
I'm just saying, as a woodworker, if I had to like half 79 centimeters to get a cut measurement, it would take me way longer than if I just had to half, 3/4 or 1.5 inches or something like that.
I suspect, and like I said, our chat keeps us honest. We don't get away with much around here. I suspect that is a what you're used to kind of thing. What do you guys think?
Yeah, well, yeah, I can see that.
I did this wrong. So, here's what I did. This whole thing actually needs to be turned. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fix this by, I'm going to grab this piece right here, and I'm going to option copy that down to here, and then draw an edge across there. That lets me grab this, make it a group, rotate it. Let's go rotate it down here. There's the center. Rotate it 90 degrees. Right click, explode, get rid of that extra edge there, get rid of that extra edge there. And I believe we're now correct.
MJ is saying, Aaron, could you talk about starting with the full cylinder and subtracting from it as you're doing the additive process versus the subtractive process?
You could do that. I wouldn't, but you could. You could do that. So you could come out here, draw your 20, and then draw your 8. And then I could do it this way. I could pull this up, what was it, 20. And then I could draw a new circle here in the middle of, so that's 8 plus 3, 11. And then I could take that up a full 40. And there's with nothing. And I wouldn't mess with solid tools or anything like that because it's just too easy to do this. Pull that down 20. I guess from that point, so I could take that, make it a group, and then I could do something like this. So yeah, okay, that would work. Then you grab that, make that a group. And tools, solid tools, subtract that from this. I did something wrong. Oh no, that's right. I did that first piece wrong. All right, so I'm gonna copy that. I'm gonna undo a couple times. Oh no, that's fine. Hold on. Let me argue with myself for just a little bit more.
Go for it.
Or redo all that. And then I just got to take this and scoot it over like that. Nope. As it's actually going to take 2 subtractions. Okay, this is cool. So I'm going to do, oh no, this would work. Okay, so if I take this, go to Tools, Solid Tools, subtract that from here, and then I come in here and push this down to here, get rid of that. So that would work as well. It really depends on how you see that. I have a hard time with subtractive. I don't know why. My brain just wants to do additive modeling. It's just kind of what I want to do, except for things like holes. So, for example, funny enough, I should have this. I need to put a hole here and here into these 2 faces, going across here and going across here. I don't have a measurement for this hole. So, you know, dealer's choice. I'm going to say that is a 4mm hole. And then, let's see. So from the middle, it doesn't matter which one we work on. So I'm going to come here, come across this way 14. And from 14, I'm going to go up 10. Draw a circle. I said it's going to be 4, so I'm going to draw a circle of 2. And then I'm assuming it's the same on both sides, so I'm going to grab that circle. I'm going to go find the middle piece there. Option, swing it around like that. And then I will take this one, push through like that. I'm going to reverse the face here and push that through like that. So we're almost done. Last thing we got to do is just select all that geometry. Right click, intersect face with selection, and then we can just come in here and erase that and erase that, and then erase that and erase that. So one thing I want to point out here, I'm going to grab that, make it a group, paint bucket, pick this blue color. One thing I do want to point out here is that this process, going through and taking a shape, breaking it down into its components, and then figuring out how to model it, is, some people can visualize things in 3D and break things down a lot quicker than other people. Some people just, I don't have like scientific backing on this. I think this is my experience from teaching, is some people look at stuff and they can break it down in 3D space like instantly, automatically. Other people have to really dig in and try to figure out how that stuff goes, and it takes more practice and takes more work. I don't know why that is that way, but that's something I've noticed. Somebody called this out. We did one of our models recently, or one of our videos recently was modeling a faucet. And that was what a lot of the model, or a lot of the video was actually about. How do I take this complex shape, break it down into simple shapes to model, and then put it together. And I just wanted to call that out because it was a good question. Like that was one of the questions that somebody brought up is, how do you know how to break it down? How do you know what pieces to put together? So let's do another one and maybe approach it with that thought first. Import another one. I don't remember what these are. I'm just going through and like
just
grabbing whatever it says is next based on the number. All right. So here we got a thing. So when I look at a shape like this, I'm actually a little confused. I don't know exactly what I'm looking at yet. I have this obvious flat plate, right? So I'll probably start with a rectangle. It's that base. It looks like I got another flat plate up on top that's at an angle. And then it looks like I got a section that pushes down below. So what I see here is, I don't know where this mindset comes from or how I visualize this or why I visualize like this, but I see like a base plate with geometry coming up, geometry coming down. So my thing would be to go in and get this plate done first, then pull this piece down, find where these 2 edges go to break that top plate, bring it up, and then intersect with circles. I would put these circles in. I'm going to put these circles in before I do any push-pull. So yeah, with that, thinking that way, I'm going to. Oh, come on now. Who? This is an example. Why couldn't you just do 80? Ugh. I guess this is practice or whatever. All right. So I'm going to come over here. Go. I almost typed 80 out of my. Okay. 82.6. I'll honor it. I'll honor the drawing. They don't have a dimension this direction, but that should be this dimension because that's that same piece looking from the side. So 69.9.
Huh, that's okay. So if there isn't a direction that direction, is it assumed that it's square?
No. So again, if we're looking at a plan view, you can tell that this is a rectangle. It's narrower here than it is here. This is one of the things we learned from doing a bunch of these CAD example type drawings is that sometimes the person who's making this is probably trying to screw with the students a little bit and not giving all the information every place it needs to be. It's here. It's just on the different view. The thing that's disorienting about this particular model is the fact that it has this one thing that goes out of normal plane, right? Because we have, red, green, blue here, and then this one goes off at an angle. So we have this detailed view that is turned at a weird angle. But these two, this is the top view looking straight down. This is the side view looking straight from the side. So we do have to just pull dimensions from different spots to make that all work. But it's all there. It's just
so you would have to take your 31.7 plus 19 plus 19 to get the total distance rather than marking the total distance on the design.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the other question is, there's different standards for dimensioning different project types. I come from architectural modeling and building design. So when I look at stuff like I would see this kind of stuff it gets me because I go, all right, so I'm going to have a wall. I have one overall dimension outside to outside. Inside of that, I'll have another string of dimensions, which is like breaks in the wall. Third string of dimensions is like maybe the centers of doors or windows. So I have this way of breaking down something where I'd go, okay, big dimension, smaller, smaller, smaller. That's not necessarily true for something like a machine drawing. It's different. But that's one of the things I've learned from these is that, again, I don't know because they're an example, a sample, but yeah, the dimensions are there. They're just not where I would expect them to be. But I take ownership for the fact that might just be me. Did I hear somebody saying something's wrong?
Oh,
this one up here?
That was at the tail end of that. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what that was in reference to. What was wrong about that?
You can see there's two here. This is looking at it this way. You can see this is this one right there, and then this one. You can see it's slightly elliptical. It's slightly distorted because we're looking at it from the side like this. So it's actually coming through from the other side. So I think that's right. If not, let me know if you think you're better than me. Sorry. No.
He's not serious, everybody.
No, let me know which if you something's a little off there. Doug said it's correct. We're good. We're moving on. I'm gonna take a break from my standard workflow and I'm gonna grab the tape measure tool and put some guides in.
Oh my God, there was, I kid you not, at the top of this, somebody was like, hey, let's do a poll to see whether or not Aaron uses guides. And I would have bet against that.
There are certain situations where
I would have put my money on Aaron not using guides.
Sometimes it just makes sense. It took me about 15 years of using SketchUp to appreciate that this is true. So in this case, I have an array of holes. It's a small array. It's 4. but you can see the dimension here. So I got 19 over, 19 up. Then they're 44 and a half wide and 31.7. So I would know how to do this other than to maybe draw. I would maybe draw edge, and then put a circle and then offset or something like that. But with guides, I can do that once. What am I? 9.5. Thanks. I got to divide that in half. So that's 4.75. So I'm going to put a circle right here. By using...
People are very surprised that you're using guides.
So because one of the nice things about guides is it doesn't break this geometry. So as I come just drop it here. Oops, I should just use stamp here and here. Now I can actually come in here, delete, delete, whoops, delete, delete, delete. And then when I put my thickness here, I don't have to worry about like it's not going to break it. It's the geometry is all still intact. Whereas if I put edges in there, I would have had to go through and either weld or soften and smooth, that sort of thing. So there's definitely an upside to it. And for some reason, look at this. Why you gotta...
He's like, I've got to sit down now. Guides and metric. The world is ending, says Bill.
I keep you guys on your toes, right? I mean, but seriously, I mean, come here. Is this necessary? Do we have to do... I couldn't just get this dimension right here. You just couldn't give it to me. All right, I'm not going to do that math because I'm going to do it wrong if I do that math. So I'm going to start right here. I'm going to drop down vertically. I'm going to go down the full dimension, which is 22.35. I'm going to go 22.35. And then that's my thickest dimension all the way to here. Then I'm going to come up 12.7, like this.
There's an interesting question from Lewis.
All right.
I don't know if SketchUp has this capability, but is there a way to calculate the mass of a model? Like in SketchUp?
Like the volume? I could tell you the volume. We don't have materials, so I can't actually figure the mass. But you can take the volume and do science number things to it to find the mass. We can offer that. There's no materials. There's no gravity. There's a whole lot that there's not in SketchUp, but I can figure volume. So as long as it's solid. So this one I picked, for whatever reason, it's not solid. So let's let me hop over to Tools, Solid Inspector. I have a straight edge somewhere. I'll fix that.
Monster Nav says if you have the volume, all you need is the weight by volume.
Right. So that's what I said. Science stuff.
Yeah. Numbers and things.
That's right. Those. All right. Okay, so I got that. And now I could come in here and I could come over 34.9 and offset that. So I'm going to come here, 34.9. That's going to give me an endpoint there. Take that straight across like that. And I'll pull this down to there. All right. So that's that whole base. The only thing I got now is this little peekaboo pop-up with the eye holes. I don't think any of that's really what any of that is. But yeah, I'll do that.
We use the most technical of terms.
Only. We're professionals. It's professional. 19.05 goes to right there. I'm just putting that edge so I can remember where it is. The next one is... Come on now. See, this is why I'm saying this has to be like a test for students, right? Why would you dimension the location of a piece off of the center of a hole? We can do it though. Not a big deal. Watch this. So I just come right here. I can inference off the middle there if I want. I could also, because I know that I have segments, I could also dimension off this point right here. It doesn't matter how I get there. Pull that edge straight down and then come over 6.35. It's not that simple either though. 6.35, enter, is going to give me a point right here. Now,
ooh, thinking face.
Yeah. See, here's the thing. Let me get rid of this so I don't have to delete it later. I can't just connect these two up because this piece is the far side one way. This edge is the far side the other way. So they have to go like that. And then, whoops, I drew that up instead of over. Like, I'm going to delete it anyhow, so it doesn't matter. So I have to figure out how to put that in there in such a way that these two edges end up 5.78 meters apart. I don't know of a simple way to do that, but I do have an idea of how to get it done. It's kind of funny. I'm gonna muse for a second. The fact that I am teaching you guys how to do this, and I think of the mathematics classes that I just barely got through in school. Yeah, Mr. Killian, my math teacher in high school, would be so proud of me right now. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a rectangle. That rectangle is going to be longer than I need it to be, but then it's only going to be 5.78 meters wide, which is my final dimension I need for the width. I'm going to grab that, make it a group, and then I'm going to move that group so it starts right here. And I'm going to rotate it, grabbing this opposite edge and pulling that over. How am I going to do this? No, actually, I got to grab this opposite edge, that opposite corner right there. And then, how am I thinking? No, I have to make it shorter. I'm sorry. Sometimes when you're making up examples as you go, I should probably just stop and figure it out and then tell you what I'm doing. There it is. Maybe.
Maybe.
No, that's not right either, because that's going to go just past.
I feel like there should be an easier solution for this.
There should. I'm trying to think of what it... Oh, there it is. Wait, no, that looks like it's close, but it's not actually it.
Lewis says we should organize a speed modeling tournament.
I like that. Do it. Go get that done. Do it. All right, I'm trying to think of how this would work. I feel like...
Peggy says draw a rectangle to the right distance apart and then just place the model and rotate it until it lines up.
Rotate the model. Interesting. So if I take this, scale this back up.
Dave says use the arc or pi tool.
Yeah.
Lenny says go to parallel projection.
I'm not quite sure how that last one's going to help me.
I'm the
I know.
voice of the people.
No. So here is this. I think is going to be the ultimate way to do this. If I take here's my rectangle. I know this is the right width, and now I take this piece right here and I rotate it so it comes over and hits right there. I think that's the easiest solution. Then I can grab all of this, explode it, and then because I don't like that this is at a weird angle, I'm going to put this back where it goes. So I was just rotating the wrong piece. So this piece is the reference. So that, when I'm done with all that, that gives me the break where it needs to be. Thank you, guys. Thanks for walking me through that, Dave. And then that goes up, oh, there, 38.1. Now I just got to punch a couple of holes in there, and we're about done. That's cool. All right, so I got to figure out which way to... Looks like I'm looking at this way. So I'm going to do some more guides.
Randy says easy peasy, just rotate the house to be level with the floor.
Hey, this is called leveraging the tool, because stuff that you can't do in the real world, you should take advantage when you can do it in 3D. Yeah, I'm with you. I got you. I caught it. I know.
That's fantastic.
39.6.
See, and this right here is the reason why we couldn't do 25.
Because it's not a box with a hole in it.
Not a box with a hole in it.
19 and a half. 19.05. So I can't even divide 19 by half. What is that? That's 9.5.
You know, someone did point this out. Your measurements dialog box is its own calculator.
In some cases, that is true. I could divide by 2. Oops, I missed it. I got to talking and didn't pay attention to my snap. There we go. All right. This one's about to be did.
9.525 is the consensus from the chat.
Got it. Thank you, guys. I can double check that, of course, by making sure that if I check the diameter, it should be 19.05, which tis. Awesome. That is another one done. Come in here. Slightly different shade of blue on this guy.
Oh, Monsieur Nab made a point. Math in the dialog box doesn't work if there's decimals.
Oh yeah, there's definitely decimals. These examples are decimal hungry. This is definitely decimals.
Bill says not for fractions, whole numbers only.
There we go.
Oh, yeah. Chat, the group activated calculator.
I'm telling you, not only is everybody bringing their experience with design and SketchUp and whatever they build in the real world and opinions, but they're coming in with their ability to do things like mathing. So it's awesome. All right, we got 3 down, 3 more to go, which is good because we're just about an hour or 50 minutes in right now. This is working out perfectly. I'm gonna scoot these over and do 2 sets of 3. All right, so we're gonna go do the more difficult ones. CAD model number 4. All right. So again, here's my real quick breakdown of this model. This model is, again, essentially a plate. So this outside shape right here, I would draw this on the ground. Then I would go in and take out all the circles and push it up that initial depth. So whatever this number here ends up being, pull that amount up. Then I'd go in and get this inside wall and pull that up to get this top piece. So really, excuse me, as complex as this looks, it's really not. It's got a lot of dimensions that we're gonna have to put in here, but it shouldn't be too hard to do. Another thing that happens in this one is it has this little rounded over corner that goes all the way around the inside of this. So you can see right here, that's this right here. So as soon as we're done, as soon as we think we're done, we got to come back in and then get this that in there. That here we go, 5 radius arc all the way through with a follow me. So this is gonna be a good one. It's gonna be fun. All right. So let's start by getting some initial dimensions in here. So here we got 140. That's from there to there. Then we got this right here is 88. Look at these nice round numbers. That's the way it should be. I like it.
They were being very thoughtful of you, Aaron.
Yeah, sometimes just rude, you know? All right. Then I have an arc here that is 31.75. Never mind. It's over. So I'm just going to go this way.
That lasted about half a minute.
Oh, it's true. All right. And then a couple ways I could do this. You know what's an arc tool I don't ever use is that 2-point arc. Or no, the arc. I always use 2-point arc. So I'm going to do this here. Bring that up like that. That gets us to the top here. That's this point right there. Down here, we have a circle that's 50. So that the edge I drew is to right this point right here. So what I would do is come up this way 25 and then just grab a circle and pull it down like that. There we go. Now what we got is an arc that goes from here to, I'm going to say, here, with a radius of 180. So I'm going to draw that and then select it and see. So this says 180. Let's drop it down a little bit. Okay, I guess that's what that is. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna go get a circle in the middle here. What is that? There it is. 13. So half of 13 is 6.5. Again, I'm getting my circles that go all the way through and deleting them out first. That way I don't have to delete them, those surfaces out later or anything like that. So just the ones that go on the ground. I'm gonna mark out again where all of these circles go with some more guides. Enjoy it. This is what we're just big guides right here. Let's see right here. 63.
There are a large group of people in the chat that are rejoicing.
I'm here for you. I'm here for you. All right, this one comes over 45 plus 25, so that's 70. All right, so that's a circle of 1. I'm just going to throw it in right now because I don't want to 10. So right here, 5. Erase. Delete. All right, and then 4 more holes over here. 6.5, 12.5. So same thing. Start here. Pull this way 6.5. Pull that one 12.5. And then coming up from the bottom, coming up from the bottom, 7 plus 17.5 plus 14. I'm going to keep this simple. I'm going to keep this simple by making my model more complex. I'm going to come up 7. Then I'm going to grab that line and I'm going to come up 17.5. And then I'm going to come up 14. And then the last one's 38. So I'm going to come up 38. And I don't actually need these two. Those were just there to get those. This is where my circles go. My circles are 6.5, so 3.25 radius, 3.25. And again, just like I did before, I'm going to grab it from the middle. Let's get my stamp going. Click, 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 click. And there we go. Get rid of those extra edges, or the guides. I will admit, all right, so here's the thing. I do see the place where my guides are great. Absolutely. I don't like having them on my drawing very much, though. Those edges, it overwhelms me. So I like them. I'll put them on, but I'm going to get rid of them as quick as I possibly can. All right, this piece then is 26 minus 20, so I'm going to pull that up 6. All right, there we go. It's probably worth saving. I don't know if anybody has asked this. I'm sure somebody said, why don't I just scale my drawing to the right size and trace it? There are situations.
It's a comment that's been brought up.
The whole point of this practice is to get used to drawing from the dimensions. That's exactly why I'm not doing it. It could be done. Absolutely. Yeah, sure. We could do that. But the whole point, the thing we're trying to do here is get practice drawing from dimensions like this. So if I just traced it and then drew over top, I would kind of be losing the whole point of this practice. So I'm not doing that on purpose. If you have something like a reference drawing that you know is accurate and you want to save time by doing that, then for sure, go ahead and do that. But in this case, it would kind of void out the whole point of what we're trying to make.
Ooh, so a couple of comments
Let's go.
from the chat. Bill says, can you stamp a hole? I.e. the circle without the face?
No.
Okay.
But I think I can if I come here. So once it's cut all the way through like this, let's see if I copy this over here. No.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Dave says you need a keyboard shortcut for delete guides.
Yeah. Fortunately, I don't use them that often, Dave.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, that would if I use them more, that would make a lot of sense.
Speaking of shortcuts, can you turn guides on and off before deleting them?
There's actually, yeah. So if I come in here, I do have the ability to toggle visibility of guides. So if there was a reason that I wanted to leave them in, I could do that. I didn't really see the point of that. So yeah, for my example, I just got rid of them after I put the thing where it needed to be.
Cool.
I can see.
M. Arch says, what keys did you use for multiple copy?
It depends on your operating system. That's why I call it the modifier key. But if you look down at the bottom, whatever version of SketchUp you're using, you will see this option down here for going back into move. Right here, here it is, option to cycle through stamp, copy, move. So option is the key on Mac. I don't remember if it's control. I think it's control on Windows, but I don't know. That's why I don't say it, because I just get myself in trouble if I say those sorts of things. All right, I'm going to do a quick offset here of 7, because I'm supposed to. Wait, what happened there? Oh, because, all right, so here's the thing that's happening. When I offset this 7, it puts it over the hole, so it recreates the face. So I end up with my holes covered up here. So I might have to come in here and like draw an edge on here to force that to recut through. Not a big deal. That actually argues for maybe doing some more of this in the original 2D layout, but anyhow. I'm going to put this circle back in here, and I can get rid of these extra edges like that. So that gets me this right here. Right here, I have another hole, so I'm going to come over here. I'm just working my way across with the details I have. Pull that across at 10. That gets me that second wall right there. Then right here, let's see, let's find some things here. All right, so this 45 over, I have a wall that comes up. So I'm going to say, I'm going to come here, I'm going to go 45. Again, this is a spot where one could use guides. It's actually going to create geometry. So I don't really see a point in drawing guides where I actually need to have edges break. So I'm going to skip the guides and just come up here, 25. And then I'm going to take that all the way back for right now. So that's the beginnings of this. This right here, 22.5. So I can come here, over to here, and then come back 22.5. That will give me a snap point. That doesn't seem right. Hold up. 25.5. Numbers are important, as is their order. 25.5. And that gives me a point right there. And then that comes up 13. So I'm going to come up 13 and then take that back like that. Whew. Okay.
Ooh. So Bill is following up on his question about stamps. And he says, I'm sorry to ask again, but before extruding the face, can you stamp the hole?
No. That's what we did that first time.
He says, I can option copy holes on a face in 2017.
So if I come in, raw geometry like this. Yes, I apologize. If it's just a 2D face. For whatever reason, if I put it... Oh, no, it's cut in there too. Yeah, I don't know how I tested that last time, but yes. We live, we learn.
I hope that helps, Bill.
All right. Carrying on. Okay, so those are my edges. Oh, I got to get this square in here, or rectangle.
Raphael says, when you finish a model, can you show how to export a file for 3D printing?
Probably. Yeah. I don't want to ruin it because it's kind of anticlimactic. Make sure it is a solid, and then export an STL file. That's it. So we can still do it. We'll still do it, but yeah, it's not very exciting. All right. We have some We have some standard rounded corners here. This is a 5 radius, and it's on every corner, basically anywhere. So I'm going to come in here and draw the first one. I'm going to measure up 5 over 5. I'm going to draw an arc from here to here. And then I'm just going to come around and click into any of the corners that need this, which is all of them. Double click, double click, double click, double click, double click, double click, double click. Hey. Okay, I'll come back to you later.
Oh, why didn't that work?
I don't know. That's what I was doing. I lost it. Okay. Yeah, let's draw this one again so I can get it back on my... Click here. All right, like I'm hover. Oh, I wonder if that's because it's an intersection between an arc and... I don't know what it is. I'm just going to come right here. I'm going to draw a line over 5. I'm going to grab my arc, go to the edge of that. Oops.
Patrick says, Aaron, are you going to fill at the recess?
Yes. Sorry, there's multiple words in there I had to break down. Yes, we will do that. Yeah, we're almost there. I mean, this is kind of almost done. We're almost there. All right, with this one, because I have arcs coming together, I can't use the double click because that only works on straight geometry hitting. So I'm just gonna do the same thing I did before. I'm gonna grab here. I'm gonna come here and move around till I get the magenta. And then same thing here. I'm gonna come across here, go like that till I get magenta. And then I can select this and I can change it to the proper dimension, which is 5. Whoa, that got weird. Let's try that again. Try that. There we go. And then I can come in here and get rid of the extra geometry. All right. Now this goes up, I remember from earlier, 20. And this is a different, oh, and this comes up to 22. This comes up, I'm just gonna bring it all the way up and then drop it back down 7. All right, and we're just about there at this. What is that? I don't like that edge there. I don't like that edge there either. Oh, that's from when I cut it. I got one over here too, huh? There we go. All right, I'm just gonna grab everything, a triple click, and soften and smooth that real quick so I just get rid of those extra edges. Yeah, that was good. And then yes, the last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna come in here and round over this interior corner right here with a radius of 5. Hey, that sounds familiar. All right, so when you do this, this is how I would recommend. I'm going to come right here. Come this way 5. Right here. Go up 5. And then I'll take my arc from here, here. All right. Now, actually, I'm going to do this too. I'm going to take that. I'm going to option copy and just put a copy here just to save, to hold on to for later. In case this goes by too quick and I don't get to savor it, I can always come back. All right. Now I want just the edge. So in a complex shape like this, it can sometimes be tricky to get the edge. But if you pick a face and double click the face, it'll highlight all the boundaries of that face. So that gets all the edge that I want. And then I can shift click to remove the face. And in this case, I got this other edge too, because that whole face was defined also by this. So I can just turn that off, and that leaves just the boundary I want to follow me. So with that highlighted, I can just click follow me, and I can hit a little face, and there we go. Edges are softened and smoothed. Again, I can triple click, toggle soft and smooth, and then I get that nice rounded corner. I got to do the same thing on the circle. So I'm going to take this, grab that, rotate it, put that right there, grab that circle, same thing, follow me. Whoops, hold on. Not sure why I did that. There we go. Anyhow. Okay, grab that, follow me, click right here, and then one more. I could have waited to do this once, but sometimes it's just fun to smooth things out. All right, there we go.
Alexis is asking, speaking of formats, when I import from AutoCAD, what is the best format? DWG, DXF? Question. Sometimes I have strange bugs when I import files.
Yeah, unfortunately, the reality of the fact is anytime we use an intermediary file format like DXF or DWG, there's always a chance that something's going to get goofed up or some proprietary information in one program's not going to be seen in another. Generally speaking, DXF is the preferred file format. The X in DXF stands for crossover. So I think that's probably best. Different people, depending on what you're doing, you might have better. This is almost like saying, what's the best flavor of ice cream? It really depends on your personal taste and what you're doing. Depends on what you're building with your ice cream, really, as part of that. So yeah, I would say DWG or DXF. Try them both and see what happens. Depending on where you're coming from and then what information you're bringing over, one might work better than the other. All right, I'm going to triple click that and make it a new group. We'll slide that over here. Ooh, that was big compared to the drawing. I'll do the same thing. I will sample this light gray, apply that.
Oh, people are saying to save.
Sure. Absolutely. Awesome. That's kind of cool. It is funny to see like these sheets are all, basically the same size, but, the images the actual thing that gets made ends up being very different size. It's kind of cool.
Randy says those bevels are my learn something new from a live stream so far today.
Thank you for coming. Does that mean he's heading out? Bye, Randy. It's dry. It's dry and cold here. I don't know where you guys are at in the world. Well, I do. You're all over the world. But here in Colorado, it is so grossly dry. I'm having a hard time staying hydrated. That's why I'm keep sipping off of a gallon of water over here. So, and here's some knowledge for free. I have learned the hard way that if you're going to have water at at your desk, it should close like securely. Don't have open glasses of water. Don't, yeah. Just trust me. Moving on.
So Lenny says, in the old days, we would add the term plus draft so that the cast halves could be pulled apart. How is it done these days?
I have
Did you
no
freeze?
idea what's happening right with that question.
Okay.
No, I engaged in deep processing and came away with nothing. I don't know what that. Are you talking about making a cast, like a mold? Is that the question? I don't know. I don't know. I don't fully understand the question, so I shan't answer. Whoa! Who picked this thing out? All right. All right. All right.
All right. All right.
All right. Okay. 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 So, okay. Wow. This is cool. This is cool. So again, breaking this down, kind of seeing.
See, this is a model that I look at and I say, there is no function for this. This is somebody who's just trying to show off with their CAD design.
Could be. All right, it's not that complicated actually. So I got so it's holding some kind of a shaft this way and then something this way and then it gets bolted together this way. So I would design, probably this would be like my base plate. And this is a concept that I think just helps me anchor the model. But I would probably start with this shape right here. And then it looks like this piece right here steps up. See that? So I got this step up to this piece. So I would probably start with those two pieces. We do have a little bit of an inset right here. So we'll come back and we'll add that as well. We'll start off with just as a simple step. Then this piece is simple enough. It's just an extruded circle that goes above and below the plate. See right here. Then these pieces kind of rise up. Yeah, we got this. This is easy. No problem. We're on this. We got this. Don't even stress. Yeah, I'll just keep saying that. Yeah, we're good. Yeah. All right. Let's start.
Earl says it's a Frimson bracket.
Obviously, that was on the tip of my tongue.
Yep.
All right, so I'm going to start by drawing this shape in 2D right here. So I'm going to start, we'll get this circle in right here. So I'm going to go a circle right here, pull that across 10. All right, so this is not going to be the same scale as what's here. No, sir. All right, drop that down. And then, right there, 32. So I'm going to draw another circle from the same center point. This one's 16. All right, that gets me that right there. From that corner, it goes up some amount, comes over 19, and then goes up 30. So that's 30 off of 65 is going to go up 35. Over 19. Up another 30. And I'm watching my color, as the color of those edges as I move stuff around too. So as I draw edges, draw lines. That's important. Now I need to take this across. This is 94 if I look up here. Okay, so I'm going to come across this way. 94. And then it looks like this goes straight across. So I'm going to work off of that assumption. And we'll see if that bites me. Donovan's writing down the time code right now in case he wants to make a short of that statement. Let's see. All right, so that gives us that shape.
Oh, man. There isn't a time code when you're on a live.
Ah, sorry.
It just says live. That's all right. I'll come back and find it.
Maybe. Let's hope that you don't actually need it. All right, so I'm going to draw an edge right here through the middle of this circle so I can pull a guide this way. Oop, missed it. try that again. Pull that this way, 12. And that gives me the center of these circles. The first circle is right here. And then the second circle is up another this much. 22. Go this way, 22. Whoa, be cool. All right, there we go. All right, I feel I gotta, let's scoot this back over here. Can't quite, I got a wide screen. I'm trying to work the wrong direction. All right, so there we go. So that's there. This comes off of here. This is 16. So I'm gonna draw another circle from right here, come across 8. No, it says radius of 16. So that means I'm gonna draw a circle with a radius of 16. And then I can take that edge straight down to here and that straight down to here. There we go. Whoops, leave that there for a second. Draw a circle. Smaller circle is, I don't see the smaller circle. There is up there. Yep, there it is. 10. So, all right, and I can get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. All right, so there's that. There's that chunk. We have a thing at this point. So now let's do a little pushing and a little pulling. So right here, this thickest part is going to be 12. So I'm going to just start by, I think, hold up. I got to find where this break is right here.
I do have to say, this stream has been unique for the amount of thinking faces.
Sometimes I like to break a mental sweat too. All right, so I'm going to come this way, 68. Is that to here? All right, that's here. So this comes back 12. And something happens there. That's this break right here. Okay, so this piece right here is 12. So I'm going to pull that up 12. I know I'm going to come back in here and I'm going to cut some away from that, but for right now, it's 12. This piece right here goes up 28 from the bottom. So I'm going to draw a line right here and pull that up 28. And then I'm going to pull this piece up. It's going to take 2 because it's going to stop at that surface, and then pull it up to there. I'm going to just bring my circle along for the ride. And then it's actually only 10. So if I come right here and drop an edge down 10, I can pull, uh-oh, broke it. All right. Learning opportunities abound. So when I have a shape like this, so if I have a closed shape like that, all I have to do is draw an edge on it and it'll close up, right? But it's not that easy when I have a perforated face like this. What I have to do is I basically have to come through and, missed it, connect all this geometry. I missed it again. Jeez. All right, give me a snap point. Give me another snap point. Argue with me. Snap point to snap point. So I'm going to connect.
Sometimes the models just got to be difficult.
All these together. And then as I start kind of closing this up, I'll see faces popping. There's different ways to do this. This has kind of become my method of cleaning up perforated faces like that. And then you can get rid of.
Can you? There we go.
That was the thing that happened. All right. Now I can come in and push that back up. But I got to figure out where to break the bottom. So it looks like it breaks right at this. So that would be right here. Take that up to there, and let's see how that looks. Seems thick there, but then this comes forward some more. Yeah, I think that's what it is. All right, so save. I have these pieces right here that come across. Is 74 out of 94 is 20, so these are 10 each. So that means right here, I come this way 10. Drop that back like that, and then same thing here, come this way 10. Drop that back right here, and then pull that up right now to right here.
Bill says, Aaron the seamstress, always stitching things.
I love it. I do like stitching. I admit that. All right, we're getting there. It's coming. It's slowly coming together. This one was more complex than I thought it was going to be. I'll be totally honest. All right, so now it goes up to there. Now we have some stuff happen. So from here, this rectangle and this rectangle go up and forward.
MCI says, does the find center mark export as a subject in the mesh export?
I thought I knew what words those things meant.
I think I'm reading this right. Does the find center mark export as a subject in the mesh export?
No. Triangles export. And that's it. Guides and that kind of geometry, as far as I know, don't get exported. So if you're exporting an STL, it's going to export a triangular mesh, and that's it. Those are the only things that are going to go out is those triangles. I believe that's the question. Okay, so here's what's happening. The middle of these circles right here are in line with this edge right here, this face right here. So somewhere straight up from this circle, from that edge, is where the center of this circle is going to be. The distance is 62. Where's this 5? What is this? What is this? Oh. All right.
I'm gonna on your toes.
I got to do some more work on the bottom here. All right. So I'm just going to take this before we get to that. Sometimes order of operations is forced by the information you have. So I'm going to do this. Let's do this. Watch this. This will be simple. Draw an edge like that, and then I put that from there to there, and from there to there. And now I know take that, like that. Of course, that happened. And then that'll work for right now. This piece then gets pushed down. Where's that? 3. That gives me this little relief. There's also, I don't know why this detail got chopped off. I wish it hadn't. But it did. So what I'm going to do is come over this way 11. Draw that edge down like that. And then come this way 10. Draw that edge down like that. That gives me some kind of like a reinforcement for this circle, I guess. It looks like this circle needs to be copied right there, like that.
Here's that face again.
And then it's like that comes up to here, but then maybe the circle goes a little bit higher than this because I'm seeing, so here's the thing I see. So right here, that's my 3 right there, and this is saying 5. So I think that's just the circle. So I'm gonna draw another circle from the center to get that like that, and then that's gonna go up. That's 3. Yeah, so I'm gonna come up 5. I think that is the proper underside geometry. Anybody else believe that what I just said is right?
I mean, I trust you, but
I appreciate that.
apparently I'm easily gullible.
Know who you are. That's what I say. All right, so if I come here now, if that bottom's in the right spot, then if I come up here 50, that is where I should be taking this top piece to.
Oh, Patrick says it's a reinforced for the boss, i.e. web.
Yeah, this piece right here is reinforcement.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Whoops. All right. I'm cleaning up. I don't need to clean up right now. I need to focus. Focus. All right. So I did all of that because the vertical, well, I'm trying to find the middle of this circle, and that dimension, the center of that is pulled off of the bottom of this piece. So if I come right here, if I come up 62, that's how high it is, and it is aligned with this right here. So that means if I take this now straight up to that point, that's where the center of my circle is. And everything else is located based on the center of that circle. That circle is 20 and 32. So I'm going to come right here, draw a circle. My first circle is going to be like this, 10, which is half of 20. And then another one that is 16, which is half of 32. That doesn't seem right. 2032. That's right. Okay. Then what I got is basically this. And that is how I'm reading all of that. All right. This piece then.
People are saying you're too low. Thinks you're too low.
Let's see, because on here, bottom of the circle looks like, yeah, it looks like it's above this. I'll double check. We'll double check. All right.
Yeah.
Center of the circle is 62 off of this piece. So it needs to go up 5. Thanks, folks. Vertically, it needs to go up another 5. Awesome. All right. I'm physically tired.
All
right.
Can only imagine what your mental faculties are like right now with all this CAD drawing exercise.
I'm gonna have to go watch Bluey or something. Just come down to a simpler level of life. All right.
Patrick says needs to be mirrored.
Yes, that's coming. It's coming. Don't you stress about that part. I'm not going to join it together. I'm going to keep this as a separate set of What the?
Because, you know.
Yeah. All right, there we go. And then outside, let's see. Our dimension here is 40. So this is 20 wide. I don't really see a good spot. Oh, 108. Okay. So if I draw an edge like this, I come right here. Half of 108 is going to be 54. So this gets pushed out to here. How wide is that? That goes in another 3 this way. All right. And now what I should be able to do is just grab that chunk right there. What is going on? What? There's a thing happening. I don't know what this thing is.
Do you have something resting on the shift key of your keyboard?
I did that. I set something on my touchpad, and I was doing something earlier this week, and I'm like, "What is that?" I just hear. I'm like, "What is that noise?" Yeah, it was. I did exactly that thing. I don't. I don't have my my activity monitor open.
Iggy says the arms are sloping the wrong way.
Yeah, they are. All right, I'm gonna save this. Let me shut some things down here. I'm gonna leave SketchUp, and I'm gonna close this.
Boomstick saying that the circle should be centered off the other edge.
That. All right. I'm cleaning house here. Hold up. Yeah, it goes the wrong way. It totally goes the wrong way. I think I got it in the right spot one direction, but yeah, obviously it is not right in the other direction. So, fortunately, I'm going to start by grabbing all this geometry, and I'm going to mirror it to the center of this. So that's going to get it pointing the other way. Now I can figure out exactly where that's supposed to align to. So it's supposed to align to the middle of this edge. So now what I can do is I can grab this and that, and that. Everything connects to that. So I could grab it here and then actually, hold on. Do I even need to do that? Yeah, it lines up perfect. I'm good. I don't got to shift anything. Then I can take all of this and I can mirror that. Am I done?
Are you?
Oh, I have some filleting to do here and here. Here, let's do this. Look at that. Got that edge there. Look at from here. Got that edge there. I think I did it. There's some extra edges in here that I can get rid of some because I have some internal faces there. But that was harder than I thought it was going to be.
It is what it is, but you got it done. You did it.
All right. So last couple of things we got on here. You know what? I'm gonna do my follow me's right now. I'm gonna because I have 20 minutes left and I want to do that last model. So I'm gonna make that a group. I'll make these available. So if you really want to go in and do that, you can.
Yeah, people have asked, so if we can, I'm sure they would be appreciative.
You know what?
Appreciative.
This, yes, this is actually. Oh, you know what? I'm supposed to have a thing right there too. Hold up. Come in here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Go this way 10. Go this way 10. Draw an arc. Pull that down. So I was saying, because I'll see if I have time, I'll come back and do it. I'm not opposed to doing it. I just want to try to spend the best time possible, and I don't want to leave that last one hanging. Because this follow me goes past these edges. Actually, there's a lot of them. I would probably use an extension like bevel or Fredo corner or something like that. I probably wouldn't try to do that with native tools. It is doable, but it would mean a lot of editing or intersecting geometry to get it to line up right. So I would probably do that with an extension. All right, last one. Let's do one more. Save, file, import, desktop. 6. All right. This one looks like fun.
Is this saving the best for last kind of thing going on?
Maybe. Actually, this one kind of looks familiar. Apparently, I got an ad in this one that helps restore your vision so fast you'll throw away your glasses. Awesome. All right.
At least we know what it does.
That's right. So this one. All right. Same thing. I would go about this the exact same way. I got kind of a base plate here. And then I got 1, 2, 3 different heights that geometry pulls up from. And then I kind of work my way back down. I got a bunch of holes. Not all these holes go all the way through, so they're not like these ones. This one goes all the way through. And it looks like we got like a countersink almost. They're not showing them on there, but in here it looks like this drops down a little bit further. So lots of fun stuff. Let's do this. All right, so we're going to start with a circle of 76, which I can do 76 divided by 2, which should give me a full 76 all the way across. That's what it did. And then these are 100 apart. So if I take this one from here, option, go this way 100, that gets me the start of my shape. And I can connect this back up. All right, that's my basic shape. I do have here on the ground, these little bump outs do happen too. So let's get those in there. It looks like the center of that. Let's get some reference. Let's get some guides in here. Pull that down to the middle there. And then I can go to the up half of 90, so 45. That's where the circle is right here. This circle, which is a circle of 10. So come here, drop that down 5. And then, let's see. Here's our outer radius is 10. So I'll start right here. Pull that up 10. There it is. And then I'm going to leverage this edge and just pull it like that and see how close that gets me to what I want. So I'm going to inference that, pull it down, whoop, like that. I like that. I'm going to make that work. All right, so I got a perforated face here again. So same thing, go like that. All right. Get rid of, whoa, actually, hold up. Don't get rid of too much yet, pal. Ugh, this guy. All right, because I want to take that. Oh, you know what I should do? Because I think there is radius of 12 here. Come this way, 12. Huh. Do the same thing I did before. See what happens if I go like this. Grab that. Yeah, that's confusing me. That's too much. It's too much radius. I feel like I got a number wrong somewhere. All right, let's double check some things. If I check the middle of this circle.
John says, could you just model 1/2 for this model?
Could. Absolutely could. Wait a minute. That's a 10 circle, 45 to the middle. Yeah, radius outside 10. That's all right. All right, well, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna come as close as I can. I'm gonna take an arc from this point. I'm just gonna come down here till it turns magenta. Huh, or not. Oh, there it is. Okay. Not only could I make half, I could actually model 1/4 of it. Let's do that. Just. Oops.
Is it uniform? Oh yeah, I guess it is uniform, but on the x and the y axis.
Yeah. So let's model smarter, not dumber. I don't think that's right. Close enough. All right, so I'm gonna make that a component. Quarter piece. And then I will take that and I will mirror it here. Grab both those pieces and mirror that here. There we go. Now I only have to work on this one chunk. All right, that then comes up. Oh, I guess I should put these circles in. Okay. All right. So does that circle go all the way through? This circle does not go all the way through, but it is the point of reference for my model. So I'm going to put a guide there as well. So I'm going to do this outside of the model because I don't want a bunch of guides messing with me. So I'm going to come this way, 50, just half of that 100 dimension. So that is the center. That point right there is where this is placed off of. See that? That arc. That arc is, so it's 20 up. What am I doing? Oh yeah. All right, so I'm gonna come in here now, put a guide here up 20.
People are looking at the complexity of this model and hoping that there's no car crash coming up.
I got this. Don't even worry about it, he said with false surety.
Misty said, and Aaron is no Dietz. He's a Dietz Zen.
All right. So I have this radius here. I'm trying to find a dimension to it. Where See what I'm talking about right here? I guess it doesn't really matter because oh, if it comes off of here, then it will be another 40 over. Okay, never mind. So I go here, pull this way 40. No, not 40. What was it? 20. And right here, 5. Something feels wonky, but I don't know what it is. Cut the long way. Oh, there we go. 4 at 10. Is that what I did? 5? Huh. I guess that's pretty close. Well, no, there's no way that. I come here and I say 10, it goes off the edge. So I'm having a hard time figuring out where this is. I see this 40, it says 20 off up. So if I thought I could, oh, did I come off the wrong edge? No? Yes. Yes, these are supposed to be farther back. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. They look bigger than they do in the...
I am making a little bit of a mess right now, but I feel like I will get there at some point. Yeah, I know. It looks like the size is off, but according to the dimensions, it's correct. So
Dave says, look at the R12. Bill says it's radius 12 based on 50 from center of model.
let's see how close I got then. Twelve's in here. That's this arc right here. So what I don't see is this arc out here. Oh. All right, we're going long, so I'm gonna say that's exactly what I want because we gotta move. We gotta get going. So I gotta take this up 20. Oh, yikes! Weld those edges. All right, try again. Take that up. This is 25, and then this comes up, but then drops back down a skosh. The dimension on there. Drop down 1. That seems way taller than I was expecting. No, it should be 15. All right, there we go. And in the center, we have a big circle of 55. So 55 halves. And that, so now that shape.
Mm-hmm.
Which goes up to the tallest-ish part. Here, right here. That's up another 40. And this circle goes up another. This insistence to make me want to have to do math. 55, another 10.
I mean, I should point out the fact that you chose to do this.
Sometimes you got to step out of your comfort zone and make yourself.
It is your own insistence
That's true.
to do math.
I did this to me. All right, so I'm gonna get this piece in here, which is 8. So I'm gonna take this right here. I'm gonna see how this works. Pull this across 4. And I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna grab that point right there. Get back to. This will come back like that. Erase that off there. All right. This point, I'm just trying to get it done. I'll be honest.
Less interested in precise accuracy.
I still want it to be right. I'm just I'm less concerned about right now. I didn't take that back far enough. Dang it!
H says look in section BB. It's 25 from the center of the hole at 50. Studio RT Cool says there's no tool for tangent circle to circle without a plugin. No?
Correct. BB, what? That's cutting the wrong way. That's over here. I'm really just trying to get an 8 meter wide support right here. Is really all I'm really looking for. I'm just gonna go like that. Drop that straight down.
Kegi says, has this shape been modeled on a live stream before?
I am definitely getting some deja vu here, Kegi. All right. That's all I want. That's it. Take that across there. Take that from there. Down here. And then erase everything else.
Mm.
So many extra edges.
If only you knew how you did it before.
Where would the fun be in that, right?
Right?
What the heck? Come on. Work with me. Close. What do you... How is that possible? Oh, because I missed. I'm clicking erratically. I am bending geometry. I'm gonna make this close. That's fine. Oh my gosh, what is going on? Oh, I see. That was okay. There we go. All that, and I had a misclicked spot. Okay, there we go. Take that back up to hopefully right there.
Doug says your lines are out of parallel.
Yeah, they are. Not by a bit either. I got ugly geometry. All right, so I am at this point, I'm scrambling, and it's pretty freaking obvious. There we go. Be cool. Be zen. All right, let's grab this, this. Wonder how much I hated modeling this last time. All right. So much extra geometry. Look at this. Look at this mess over here. Oh my gosh, what's that? Come on, man. I guess I needed that one.
Who would have done that?
I don't know. All right. That was a lot of work for that little teeny support. Oh my goodness. All right. It's after 2. Okay. We're close. We're close. I got a couple more circles. I got a circle right here, which is this one right here, which is a 12. So I'm just going to do this. I'm going to come over here. Oops. I'm going to... So that's right here. This is 12, so that's 6.
Hagee says, model the outer triangle and extrude to the middle.
Yeah. This goes down 30. All right, that circle's in. Oops, I didn't pull this up. So, which edge am I editing? Oh, this is a problem with those. I'm following that. And then that gets over here and has, anyone? Anyone? Let's see a call out for this radius. Let's try drawing one in and experimenting. What happens if we go to 12? Looks good to me. All right.
If it looks good to you, it looks good to me too.
I like it. I appreciate that support. This one goes up. How high up does this go? Oh, B, 10. I'm going to soften and smooth some stuff because I got too much stuff going on there. There we go. Make it look a little better. All right, so we got a lot of it. We don't have the center section, so let's get that done real quick. Weld that back together so I can offset it. Let's see. That's 55. What is my center? I'll be honest with you, my brain's a little mushy feeling right now. All right, here we go.
40. Have no idea why that would be.
40. All right.
It's a mystery.
So we come in here and go 20. And then 46. So we'll come in here 13. 46. 23. That gives me those two. How far down is that drop? What is the difference there? Oh,
10.
man, 120 degrees. I'll come back to that if I need to. Yeah, that's where I'm at. All right, so then I'm going to push that down 15. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to move this down 1.
Randy says, somebody crack this man a Red Bull.
Oh, man. I'm using it all up. All right, so that gets me to this height right here. Now I can put this in, which is 20. So I'll go circle here of 10. Get rid of the outside edge and then push that down another 5. Not sure why I keep having those edges show up. All right, got that. And then in the middle, we have a circle that is 10. So put that in. 5. Oh, and then we have something on the bottom here. Got a circle that is this big. And that is, take that.
Rico says, split it down the middle and mirror. Save some time, mate.
All right, I already got it in 4 pieces. Ah, nuts. Who's supposed to watch the bottom? Okay. You're not even supposed to be here. You're just up top. Oh, that was supposed to be here. That's, oh. There we go. Wait, what's your problem with that? Oh, because it's because it's a quarter. I can't be deleting that. Sometimes I got to remind myself that I'm modeling smart because
Yep. Model smarter, not harder.
and that's going to go up 30. Awesome. Grab these 3 surfaces, reverse them, and then come in here. I can take this one down to that face. And then the last thing we got here is 5. Okay.
Randy says, in the movie version of this, Aaron would have a white towel over his shoulder with the coach massaging his shoulders, smoke permeating through the air.
You got him on the ropes, Rock. Oh, no, it's 2.5. Option this way. 2.5. I'm going to take this one right here. Option, move that up. 2.5. Carry that through the rest of the way. And then there we go. This then goes all the way down. That was awesome. I'm going to grab all that, explode it. Oh, then I gotta come in here because I got faces between. Gotta get rid of those faces, and then I should be able to soften and smooth all that.
I mean, it is starting to look like a thing.
I hope so. That's as close as I'm gonna get to that thing. Whew. One last color. I know there's some stuff I did not get to on that one. There was some more rounded corners or some other stuff in there that I should have spent a little time on, but I did not get to. Uh, I don't know. I guess I was thrown off. Matt threw me for a whirl when he told me he did 25 in 2 hours. And
Six isn't 26, but I
it,
would say you still did great.
he ruined me. He messed me all up. But that's okay. That's okay. Um, yeah. I think we're there. This is where we're gonna get to. We made it to right here, and we did this. Uh, Thanks for hanging out with us, guys. It's after 2. We went long, so we're gonna call it right now. And I hope you guys have an awesome weekend. Enjoy doing whatever you're doing. Stay safe, stay sane, have fun, and yeah, we'll talk to you next week. Next week's gonna be special. I can't tell you more than that. Come back next week. It's gonna be cool. Plan it. Write it on your calendar right now. Thank you very much. We'll see you guys next time.
See you later, everybody.